Is Pokemon Legends Arceus good? Yeah. That asterisk is this video. For thousands of years, the greatest scholars have argued, when exactly did Pokemon become bad? It was Gen 6. Gen 3 gave gamers a huge system change in abilities. Gen 4, the physical special split, meant fighting someone didn't mean you were an actual wizard. Gen 5's hidden abilities reinvented dozens, if not literal hundreds of already existing Pokemon. Gen 6 was bad. It's really easy to just say that and leave it there, but it's really indicative of Pokemon's biggest problem right now. The series overall is philosophically built like it's a platformer ecosystem. Subscription fees, the promise to take your Pokemon with you forever, hell, calling them generations, as if the games are constantly improving and transforming and adding. The issue with that concept is the games are built like not good, consistently taking away features that have been accepted as standard in Pokemon's unwritten constitution. The additions they do make gives little motivation to keep your old content, and the only way they really excite old fans is by adding minor system tweaks that should have been standard in 2007. They are, also the same thing? Like, okay, this isn't a unique criticism, but whether you've been playing it for 2 generations or 4 times as long, you've played the same game twice at some point. Starter, rival, gym challenge, legend. Thank Christ we needed conflict. It's a decent skeleton for a game, but they kept removing things that actually gave it flavor, kept it alive, made it interesting. And in return we got Big Chungus, and that won't be here come Pokemon Ape Lion. The real uproar starting due to National Dex being killed, just meant that was the last straw, even for people that loop Gardevoir Nightcore. As a side note, I don't know if that genre actually exists when I'm writing this. I'm really just assuming at the end of the day. What Pokemon truly hasn't considered in a while is making a game, not something that adds to a bullet point of what Pokemon can offer you, but like a fun experience. No dual version gimmicks, not what if Pokemon was the same but in Australia this time. Just the product I paid $60 for, thank you. This is how Lame Freak became Game Freak, because holy shit, what an underdog performance by a multi-billion-dollar corporation, oh my god. Yeah, it's not perfect. Thanks, man. But this is what Pokemon should have been for a while. A fun world expanding on what makes Pokemon actually unique from other creature collectors, and okay, the graphics aren't great. Are you just fucking with me? Okay, no, we gotta dive more into that. It's on the Switch, so the presentation is limited. It just is. Making the colors a less ugly shade is possible though, without using all 2 of the power of the Switch. Also, why is everything so shiny? This is actually pissing me off, dude. The overall performance, though, is just good. Loading times are quick compared to other open-ish world Switch games, and in my 20 or so hours of playing video game, I think I ran into noticeable frame drops less than 10 times. Hey, you know what? Good job, Switch. I can't wait until gamers use this as an example for why it's not underpowered, smile. Subscribe for more just Switch hating, and join the Discord about how it just really killed our mom. All in all, it is a shame because the aesthetic of the promotional art is somewhere where I frankly should have been born. The aesthetic of the actual game is what I thought next gen would truly look like when I was 8 and thought there was no going up from Mario Power Tennis. That's bad. That being said, the graphics isn't what's good here. It's the theming and gameplay fantasy. God, I wish The main appeal of the game is that it delivers on a specific feeling that has been constructed by Pokemon across a lot of works. That is, living in a world with Pokemon and not having to teleport to the goddamn combat dimension when Dad caught you walking in grass for just a little too long, instead of getting a job. It feels amazing just to throw a ball and be like, okay, this is where we're fighting. Square up, coward. The combat has been streamlined, simplified, whatever you want to call it. A lot of moves have had their properties changed, and more just removed entirely, with abilities and hold items also gone. Except for Regigigas, which, I'm sorry, man. Because it's a different game that deeply changes how everything works, the lack of moves... Okay, this is a stretch, but it doesn't matter. It's almost like comparing apples and oranges, really. Because yeah, unfortunately Mudsport doesn't exist. Oh my god, we gotta kill the game, Frank. But on the other hand, you can't really do this in Diamond and Pearl. They won't let you. It's a different experience, and I'm assuming because of this mark and various data mining happenings, we'll be able to transfer these funny friends from this game to mainline entries, which is basically a different genre. That's sick. Like, sure, you could have full-fledged Poké-Wars in the system, but would you really want that? I find having less variables to keep track of with just a lot more damage actually complements the gameplay loop. I mean, I don't want to keep track of if my opponent has stupid hazards on field while I'm zooming around. There's also barely any trainer battles, in general. Like at all. So it's not like you need those additional avenues to feel like you're just a genius smart guy for beating their BS Pokemon when you spam potions for half the fight, you know what I mean? Having a real-time aspect of Pokemon where you can sneak up on them sometimes instead of it being the other way around 100% of the time means I'm not crying, you're crying. This makes snooping around and catching them all fun. And not bad. Like, look at this. I just caught this guy and moved on. He doesn't need to be the event. The general adventure is what's important here, not fucking Combi, the goddamn male alpha. Oh shit, is this alpha Combi male? That'd be huge. It is. I gotta get this guy.
No other men like him.
For real, for real. As for the setting, it's an isekai, which has me asking Issa why. I mean, this could have been a decent angle to explore as you're probably the trainer from Diamond Pearl, but you're a Pokemon protagonist, so that's on me for expecting emotion. The game is all about making the first Pokedex for the worst guy. And as this is the first Dex, you don't get all the info on Bidoof by simply catching it. What are you, stupid? Sorry we don't live in your utopia, aka hell. Don't worry, you can go there if you take too much actual damage from Pokemon or fall from too high. Speaking of avoiding murder, the dodge roll is a bit too good. Like, damn. The last time I saw this many invincibility frames was... No, this joke can be funny. I never really died from an encounter other than the bosses, which, okay, yeah, I suck for that. As for the environments you've been isekai'd into, they're okay. More Monster Hunter than Breath of the Wild, and while they definitely aren't the biggest, it doesn't feel like they're blatantly wasting space. But while every corner legally has a purpose, they can straight up feel empty. That's not absolutely terrible if you want to just get around, as it's fairly straightforward to get from point A to B, but I'm gonna sound like an insane person. That's good and bad. I like the feeling of looking at something and not knowing how to get there, studying maps to crack the code, rather than just not having the right tools for it. Side quests similarly grow to be disappointing when they can be boiled down to, you actually know Chimchar, dude? Oh my god, you're so hot. I do like looking pretty though, so I did them anyways, but the lack of trainers combined with the mediocre side quest rewards and this motherfucker means you're likely to be strapped for cash a lot of the game. Luckily, crafting exists, although you have very limited ability to actually hold things, and to get just one more slot, you need to give money to this motherfucker. The way you primarily earn money is completing tasks for the Survey Corps, which primarily, surprise, surprise, is a Pokedex moment. Eventually, it all leads back to completing the Pokedex and doing the little missions there. If you intend to complete it, don't. Oh, yeah, dude. I'll definitely get more Bidoofs than I currently have cute boyfriends. Please hit me up. It's still something fun to mindlessly do while you turn your brain off, but that's not really a game seller. What has been a game seller is Pokemon are fucking cool. This is a fact. And seeing them live and also try to kill you would have blown me away as a small child, and it still kinda does, honestly. Yeah, they kinda ignore each other and don't really do anything with the environment. I'm not expecting to see Sevipers eat the corpse of a Zangoose or anything, but also strictly speaking, that would be cool. The core gameplay is fun, and after the first, there's not really any interruptions from it. So yes, it's, quote, good for a Pokemon game. But I think it's just good if you like Pokemon. But to be transparent, I think this game deserves 2 different scores. 8 out of 10 if you like the series or have in the past. 6 if Pikachu just sucks complete ass. It doesn't have Funny Plant though. Fuck, you're right. Legends Arceus isn't perfect, but it is a step in the right direction. Stop it.